I'm very, very much open for anybody from anywhere, United States or Pakistan, India, wherever they live. If there is a question about real estate, I will be able to answer. I will help. I will answer that question. They can contact me through WhatsApp, Messenger, Skype, even email.
Excellent. Okay.
Yes.
Yes, as I introduced you and I told you that Mr. Mohammad Shahid's life revolves around struggle. We'll come to his other topic. We'll cover real estate again. His entire life is so unique. He is a living miracle. Very few people know, actually just his family knows that he has been suffering from an extremely rare cross polio. He'll explain you all the hurdles, all the problems he faced throughout his life. When you listen him, it will be life changing for you. Everybody who will listen this and who has been struggling with any kind of physical problem, Mr. Shahid is an inspiration for the whole world. Mr. Shahid, please tell us, how did you get your first license when you were in United Kingdom?
Well, I'll start from when I was 18 months old. I had polio, and my polio was a cross polio, mean right to left. I have my right hand affected by polio and my left leg. And nobody knew it, I didn't know it. I have 4 or 5 doctors in my immediate family. They never noticed that I have cross polio. About 10 years ago, I asked my doctor, my family doctor, that I need to talk to a polio specialist because I heard that polio syndrome come back after certain times. When I requested that to my doctor, family doctor, he said, I will get you a polio specialist. To my surprise, after 4 weeks, he said there is none. No polio specialist in United States, in Florida, because we don't have polio in United States anymore, so no one goes into that specialty anymore. So I was kind of shocked and I wanted to talk to somebody, so I called the doctor again. I said, please find me somebody, I have few questions. And after a while he did find somebody in state of Florida who just retired. He was not taking new patient, but he was kind enough to talk to me. And when I went to talk to him, that's where he found out that I have this rare cross polio. When I shook my hand with him with right hand, and then he says, oh, so you have polio on your right hand. I said, yes, right hand and left leg. And he said, say that again. I repeated myself. And then he called another doctor, a friend was visiting him, and he said, that is impossible. Cross polio patient do not live beyond 20 years. And I was 49 at that time. And they became very serious and they said, well, come on. They take me into the private room and they start talking to me there. And they asked me several questions. They check my hand, my leg, everything. And they says, this is absolutely impossible what we are looking at. You are living miracle. We don't think so there's anybody in United States living in this condition. Because when we do our medical first class in Gray's Anatomy, the first chapter of polio says, if somebody has cross polio, they will not live beyond 20 years of their life. So how come you're living at age 49?
We want you to go to your childhood, when you started your struggle. So please tell about your childhood, when you moved to United Kingdom and how you got your driver's license, you were able to move.
Well, I would say all my life from childhood up to today has been full of challenges. I have faced discrimination. People have made fun of me. I stayed home until I was probably 8 or 9, and then I started going school on my local school. Then I went to middle school. Then I went to high school in Pakistan. Once I graduated from high school, I went to England. My older sister used to live in England, and I said I want to go and get further education and some medical help in England. So my father arranged my trip to England, and my mother was very against. She was very scared that, at age of 15 with disability, how he gonna take care of himself? I won't let him go. But my father told my mother that I'm giving him only, few dollars and a return ticket. He will come back soon. But little they knew, I never went back at least 10 to 12 years. So while I was in England, I finished my high school. I joined Soundwell Technical College, 2 years. Then I went to Filton Technical College for another 2 years. I did BBA, Bachelor of Business Administration there. And once I was graduated, I started my own business there, a small business in transportation. But when it came to my first license, I was very eager to drive in England. At age 18, I applied for my first license in England, and I was denied. They says that I am risk for third party. And I challenged that. I said I am not risk for third party. I can drive an automatic car with power steering. That's all I need. And they says, well, you can appeal and we will see. So I appealed for my driver license. It took me about 6 months. There was a panel of independent doctor, independent observer, and a couple of people from Department of Motor Vehicle. And they put me in a small vehicle, 1000 cc, and I drove that car very well. And they told the Department of Transportation that Mr. Shahid can handle a car. So they issued me my first license. But again, when I saw my license, it was restricted up to 1000 cc vehicle only. And then I challenged that again. I said, if I can drive a small car, I can drive a big car. And then I went through the same procedure again. I challenged that. The whole panel came again, and that's how I get my regular driver license in England.
And you were telling me that not only license, after getting license, you got your commercial license and you were able to start your own company.
Yes, once I got my license and I start my transportation business. To run a transportation business, you have to have a driver license and a Hackney license from Department of Hackney. So I went to Department of Hackney in Bristol and I applied for a chauffeur driver license. And when they look at my application, I have to declare that I have weakness of left leg and right arm. That is a disability. And I still remember the name of that chief. His name was Mr. Windsor. He looked at my application and he says, you may have the regular license, but I will not allow you a chauffeur license because you will be driving public around. And in my opinion, you are risk for third party. And I talked to him few minutes and I explained him that I've been through this before. If I had a if I have a good license, all you're giving me a chauffeur license. Same car, same driving, same state. And he said that I will take you personally out on a test. If you satisfied me that you are a good chauffeur, I will consider my findings. So he gave me an appointment. After 2 days, I went back. He took me out in my big vehicle. 1 hour he took me everywhere in state of Bristol in England. And when he come back, he told his entire staff that Mr. Shahid is the best driver ever, I said.
With all the struggle in UK and you moved back to Pakistan, And how long you stayed in Pakistan, and then what made you move to United States?